Hi, and welcome to Draw Aloud. In the next few minutes, I will introduce you to the art and the science of mental modeling. So without delay, let's get going. Since the early 90s, I've worked with more than 100 teams in the field as a military pilot, a software architect, and a management consultant. Across these experiences, I discovered a hidden pattern based on three simple shapes: triangle, squares, and circles. They help predict how people will behave. I discovered through my research that the existing science was limited. After reading thousands of books, articles, and studies over a decade, I realized that we needed a better way to create and share mental models. It was evident to me, based on my field experience, that better models mean better performance. Early on, I realized, as a pilot, that a picture is worth 10,000 words. So I set out and developed a simple exercise to help my team members explore their own mental models. You can do the same. All you need are a couple crayons and 3 sheets of paper. You're going to ask your team 3 questions. For each question, the answer must be in the form of a drawing. And remember, they can only draw triangles, squares, and circles when answering each of the 3 questions. So let's take a look at the questions. As I mentioned earlier, I've done a lot of reading in this field, and I stumbled across Bridging Research and Practice: How People Learn, a book published by the National Academies. In there, I discovered that there were 3 questions that would be perfect for this exercise. Question number 1, how does the world work? And remember, they're answering using triangles, squares, and circles. Give them 5 to 7 minutes to draw the answer for question 1, and then move on to question 2. Same rules. The question is, how do you store information in memory? Again, give them 5 to 7 minutes to draw, and then move on to question 3. How do you monitor your own learning? This goes to the whole concept of metacognition. When they're done, have people share their descriptions and understanding of what their 3 models represent. We'll talk about what this means shortly. As you can see on the slide, what you will discover is that every person draws a different model for every question. The insight here is that, for example, if you had a team of 20 individuals or even 10 individuals, you'd have 30, 60, 90 separate models of how they see the world, how they store that information in memory, and how they monitor their own learning. Without creating a shared mental model, teams are doomed to repeat mistakes, make faulty decisions, and simply fail to evolve as teams. And each team is obviously part of a larger organization. This type of drawing you will experience happens at every level of leadership in the organization. Now don't feel bad. This mental model chaos has been happening since the beginning of evolution and goes back thousands of years. After analyzing thousands of these drawings, the Draw Aloud protocol was developed to help solve this problem and make it easy for teams to develop a shared mental model. Draw Aloud is a tool for creating a map of your thinking processes in the form known as a mental model. The mental model is generated through a well-defined 6-step process that emulates how the brain processes symbols, motion, and objects. To make it easy to create mental models, the Draw Aloud compass can be learned and put into practice in less than a day. You and I no longer have to wait another 100 years to access the power of visual thinking. Draw Aloud makes this possible. As a former pilot, I realized right out of the gate that the Draw Aloud compass could help you master information overload. Remember the miracle on the Hudson River? The Draw Aloud compass successfully models how Captain Sullenberger handled critical information quickly, and the Draw Aloud compass illustrates how he performed such a heroic landing. Draw Aloud makes team performance visual, and repeatable. Draw Aloud can be used to analyze and understand the successes and failures in your organization. Learn to use Draw Aloud to create shared mental models that lead directly to better alignment, team collaboration, organizational innovation, and market transformation. I spent nearly 2 years in flight school learning to navigate the skies. I wish I had had the Draw Aloud compass back then. You can learn the framework, method, and process of mental modeling using the Draw Aloud compass in a single day. It doesn't require any special technology, skills, or education. The results will be immediately visible in your relationships with your team members, your customers, stakeholders, and in the larger community in which you work, live, and play. I hope you enjoyed the short tour of Draw Aloud. Feel free to learn more at the website www.drawaloud.com. Taking charge and creating high-performance teams is only a phone call away.